In Malaysia, the Menteri Besar is the head of government of each of 9 states in Malaysia with hereditary rulers. For 4 states without a monarch, the title Chief Minister is used. The title Menteri Besar is usually untranslated in the English media in Malaysia, but is typically translated as Chief Minister by foreign media. According to protocol, all Menteris Besar and Chief Ministers are styled Yang Amat Berhormat, which means the Most Honourable. The 9 hereditary rulers of the Malay states and the appointed governors of the other 4 states serve as constitutional and ceremonial heads of the states, with the state executive authority rests with the Menteris Besar and Chief Ministers. Following elections to the State Legislative Assembly, the ruler-governor usually invites the party with a majority of seats to form the state government. The ruler-governor appoints and swears in the Menteris Besar Chief Ministers, whose executive council are collectively responsible to the Assembly. Based on the Westminster system, given that he retains the confidence of the Assembly, the Menteris Besar Chief Minister's term can last from the length of the Assembly's life, a maximum of 5 years. There are no limits to the number of terms that the Menteri Besar Chief Minister can serve. Background: in most states within Malaysia, the office was created by the British colonial government in 1948, in tandem with the creation of the Federation of Malaya. However, Johor was the first state to create the Menteri Besar position, subject to Undang-Undang Tubuh Negeri Johor enforced by Sultan Abu Bakar. This had made Johor the first Malay state to adopt a system of constitutional monarchy, after Malaya gained independence from the United Kingdom in 1957. The office-bearer is appointed among the State Legislative Assembly members by the sultans. The Menteri Besar and Chief Minister usually comes from the party which commands a majority in the State Assembly. Relations between the First Ministers, Chief Ministers and other levels of government. For many decades, the First Ministers and Chief Ministers met with each other and the Prime Minister at Mesyuarat Menteri Besar dan Ketua Menteri. Selection process. Eligibility. By comparison, the 13 state constitutions have some similarities and also some differences in setting the principal qualifications one must meet to be eligible to the office of the Menteri Besar. A Menteri Besar must be a citizen of Malaysia, should be a member of the state legislature who command the confidence of the majority of the members of the Assembly. If 21 years of age or more, shall not hold any office of profit and engage in any trade, business or profession that will cause conflict of interest. For 9 states in Malaysia with hereditary rulers, the Menteri Besar must be an ethnic Malay male who professes the religion of Islam and must not be a Malaysian citizen by naturalization or by registration. Only through royal consent can the office of Menteri Besar be held by an individual who does not meet these criteria. For 4 states in Malaysia with governors, the Ketua Menteri are open to any Malaysian citizen regardless of the religion, ethnicity and gender. Election. The Menteri Besar is elected through a majority in the State Legislative Assembly. This is procedurally established by the vote of confidence in the Legislative Assembly, as suggested by the ruler of the state who is the appointing authority. Oath. Since, according to the Constitution, the Menteri Besar is appointed by the ruler, the swearing-in is done before the ruler of the state. The oath of office and allegiance. I and LT. Name of Menteri Besar, a Chief Minister and GT. Having been appointed to the office of an LT, name of office and GT, does solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge the duties of that office to the best of my ability, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the state of an LT, name of the state and GT, and to the Federation, and I will preserve, protect and defend the Constitution of the state of an LT, name of state and GT. The oath of secrecy. I and LT. Name of Menteri Besar, Chief Minister and GT. I solemnly swear that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall become known to me as a member of the NLT, Executive Council or Cabinet and GT, of the State of NLT, name of the State and GT, except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties as such or may be specially permitted by the NLT, ruler or governor and GT. Remuneration. Remuneration of the Menteri Besar as well as other members of the Executive Council and members of the Legislative Assembly are to be decided by the respective state legislatures. Hence this varies from state to state. Current Menteris Besar and Chief Ministers. Timeline.